So a few months ago, I got a comment on my music channel from what appeared to be an inconspicuous creature of the simian variety, whose YouTube avatar looked like it was either giving a thumbs up or doing the old jack hand motion, I can't really tell. And the comment simply said, "Cool." And I thought to myself, this inconspicuous monkey thinks this song is cool. I've gotten some nice comments from people before, but never necessarily from a monkey. I was immediately suspicious, but then I figured, you know what? Who am I to judge? If humans can chase their dreams, monkeys can too. So I gave Wildcard the Music the benefit of the doubt. If you've ever been a member of the small failed internet musician community, as a marketing tool, it's commonplace to title your channel your name, followed by music. So I knew immediately he or she was a fellow musician like myself, desperately trying to navigate the YouTube algorithm to work in their favor.
Weirdly enough though, I was already kinda paranoid and suspicious of bot accounts because this was right around the time I released my Comment Bots Influencing Public Opinion episode, where I theorized that the potential of mass spam bots could, potentially, influence the thoughts and opinions of idiots who unknowingly didn't know they weren't real. For instance, if someone gets canceled for, I don't know, whatever gets you canceled these days, I guess saying your opinion or something, how convenient would it be if an army of spam bots spreading disapproval and vitriol could successfully help shame people enough to successfully shift public opinion against them? But then I thought, you know what, something's not right here. Monkeys can't navigate search engines. So I went to his channel, and what I found made me question everything I formerly understood to be true about YouTube as a platform. What I found was strange, unsettling, hilarious, and most importantly, mildly interesting. This is the digital dystopia, down the YouTube rabbit hole of bot accounts.
I'm going to say what I've said many times before. Oh, the dumber they come, the better I like them, the better I like them, the better I like them.
So my first impression of checking out Wildcard the Music's channel was that his thumbnails felt really cramped and messy. Sorta seemed all over the place, but I really can't knock him for that, because mine look easily just as bad. I checked out one song which had the top of the lady's head cut off, and in just about every video, there was the familiar thumbs up from a monkey Wildcard the Music picture. I pretty much clicked every video that had a musician as the thumbnail, and it didn't take long before I realized, yeah, this is creeping me out.
You arrange my beans and smiles. You only see
And the reason I clicked the ones that featured musicians is only because I couldn't figure what the hell was going on in any other videos, other than the girls playing guitar. The only other stuff I could find were these videos where the cameraman is like rubbing a cat with a lint roller, and I didn't know if this was like a thing or if this was a weird niche in the underbelly of the internet. I mean, people pay money to watch people pick their psoriasis flakes, so I figured this is maybe like that, but something tells me it isn't, because the cats in the video don't even really seem to be into it. They're just kind of like, alright, what am I supposed to do? And I kept thinking that these were live streams because it looked like encouraging text would periodically pop up as if it were like narrating what the lint roller guy should do from the perspective of a live audience. But then the messages began to make less and less sense and started sounding more and more cryptic, and then I realized that these weren't super chats at all. Whoever made this is just editing text in to say weird things like, "It feels so good when it drips, and I can smell it." Yeah, I can smell it too. I smell fear from the perspective of the cat. It probably spends the day minding its own business, and this guy corners him with a camera and a lint roller. It's probably constantly thinking, not this again. I hope he doesn't do it with his feet. So overall, I can safely say that this channel checks off all the boxes as to what makes something on the internet creepy. Foot fetishes, identity of the uploader unclear. We only get to see his feet and hands after all. weird, vaguely sexual sounding remarks. Every comment he responds to says the same thing, and all the girls look relatively young and their identities also remain unclear. And this is when I have to stop ranting and make space for this video to theorize. The comments don't sound human at all, and when you click over to their channel, they all follow the same pattern of behavior, and it starts to feel like they're all bot accounts having one big circle jerk. A lot of the comments mysteriously end with like 11 and like 5 as if it's some sort of robotic code. And the content of these other music channels are pretty interesting. This one guy covered Yesterday by the Beatles, and it sounded like he tried his best to make it sound purposefully bad.
It's a sympathy vote.
And you may be wondering, so what? There exist strange channels by the thousands where guys stick their feet in cats' faces that are managed by monkeys who are all trying to get their slice of attention from the YouTube algorithm. And in that case, this would just be another run-of-the-mill video made for cheap laughs and blah blah blah. But the thing is, this isn't just 2 or 3 channels. It's honestly not. If you don't believe me, go find Wildcard's channel and click one of his suspiciously bot-like commenters. It will lead you down a rabbit hole of just channel after channel, all of the same formatting, quirks, and mysteries.
Droopy boobies. Main causes of droopy boobies are age. It's inevitable we're always.
So I'm back from the rabbit hole, and let me first point out, by clicking through Wildcard's channel, it doesn't even take all that much effort to explore all these weird accounts. And all you really have to do is click any of the suspicious commenters who totally overuse weird emojis, and you'll enter the matrix that is YouTube bot accounts. And yes, I put on my tin hat for this one, but I think I've cracked the code to exactly what is going on here. So we're all well aware at this point that artificial intelligence can do a lot of impressive things, and the fact that its ability to tackle things that it formerly couldn't is growing at a terribly unsettling exponential rate. Bots can make music, conversate, beat a guy at chess or AlphaGo, spy on your every waking move while being disguised as something that can tell you what time it is in Latvia. And now, bots are clearly now making entire YouTube channels that recognize viral trends, and they are now so smart that they can now compile footage of family vloggers and communicate with other bot channels that are also disguising themselves as family vloggers. At first I thought that these bot accounts were pirating and re-uploading footage from real family vloggers and just rebranding it without the original uploader knowing, but this guy clearly says Kelly Family Vlogs at the beginning of his video.
The Kelly's Family Kitchen.
His kids say it too. But weirdly enough, the behavior from the account is still very bot-like in the sense that it hearts and responds to every comment saying thank you in 40 different ways. And you would think that after seeing so many thousands of comments of people writing thank you for sharing in broken English, you'd go, yeah, this is creeping me out. I think I'm gonna get off YouTube because something is clearly wrong here. There are thousands of these accounts. Every channel like this runs like a well-oiled machine in the exact same way. They get hundreds of comments saying thank you, and then they thank the account back like they're stuck in a perpetual state of thanking each other. And this isn't just family vlogging channels. There are channels of every variety doing this. The only creepy part is that there are humans behind this chicanery, and I know these channels are run by bots because it all has the same tacky, nonsensical type of editing. And this one I found said, "How I wash my curling human hair." No human being has ever said that. If you walked up to someone at work and were like, "Yeah, I had a hard time last night washing my human hair," they wouldn't even ask you to repeat yourself. They would probably just quit that day and figure something else out with their life. I found some of them that live stream and thought, oh, this can't be a bot. It's actually streaming. And it was just this. For 6 hours. And I was like, this is indefensible. There is no way a human being can leave an encouraging comment under this. And big thumbs up, my friend. I can't wait to see new videos. See you around, haha.
Thanks a lot, bye.
So at this point, I'm sure you get the point, and to go more into depth when concerning showing you examples is almost pointless. So let's move on seamlessly into the conclusion. So overall, this seems on the surface level, and for the most part, pretty harmless, and like I said, mildly interesting. But in all actuality, is there cause for concern? It really honestly depends on who you ask. Artificial intelligence is getting smarter by the minute, and some would be thrilled to learn that bots are now capable of closely mimicking human channels, and others not so much. One of the things that struck me as peculiar is, for instance, the fact that the same bot channels capable of uploading nonsensical videos like this would often also upload videos that came off as a little bit too human. For example, I found a channel that uploads hundreds of rest in peace collages for now deceased celebrities like Robin Williams, and I thought to myself, how many people clicked on this thinking it was made by a human without ever even thinking to check the channel's other videos that clearly out it as a bot? And you may be thinking, so what, AI being smart enough to throw together pictures of Robin Williams on top of some music is relatively harmless and hardly even a signifier that bots have become too intelligent. And you may be right, but I think one of the eerier parts is that there really aren't any humans engaging with these channels. And like I said, you can find that out by simply clicking through the comments. It'll just lead you further into the network of bots. This one channel, Louis Vuitton Joker, consisted mainly of haha funny compilations that put the same creepy laugh track over funny videos with viral appeal, and the unsettling part was that the bot was intelligent enough to know at exactly what moment the laugh track was appropriate, which pretty much indicates that bots are now smart enough to have somewhat of a sense of humor. And the commenter bots were smart enough to know that the intention of the video was to cause laughter. This bot even commented saying, "LOL, that's a good laugh, my friend. Exactly what I needed right now. Have a great Christmas. Bye."
You're my favorite customer.
Now, as to why this is happening kind of beats me, but I can theorize it the same way I pretty much theorize why artificial intelligence does anything, which is simply so it can learn. I've read that the Google team isn't even aware of how its own complex algorithm works, and it sort of does things by itself. And when you take into consideration that search engines are used by humans but power artificial intelligence, in the sense that it makes itself smarter the more people use it, then it starts to make more and more sense why robot channels are trying to pass themselves off as humans. I mean, it doesn't make it any less creepy, but imagine artificial intelligence has the capability to, in a sense, scan through millions of videos of SoundCloud rappers or beat manufacturers and get a general gist of how they make videos, what language they tend to use, and how they advertise themselves, and they do that long enough until they see a common theme worthy of replicating. And then the AI makes a channel like this one I found called Paper Chased Me, which totally, on the surface, looks like a standard hip-hop artist channel. I thought when I first stumbled upon this channel that it was actually a real rapper trying to sell beats, but once again the sketchy comments and familiar way of putting text on top of video made me explore deeper, and then I saw lyrics/words are the last melody added to a beat which makes a song, quote, "Paper Chase Me." Now, if a human being ever put something like that in their song, the viewer would most likely go, that sounds almost retarded. And then they'd scroll down and go, oh, I see, it's a bot channel, you can tell by the comments. So whatever bot made this channel clearly scanned through hundreds of thousands of rappers, recognized that rappers frequently appear in memes with a quote following the rapper's name, and then what happened was it made a channel poorly emulating a rapper dubbing himself Paper Chased Me. And remember, these are just my paranoid theories, but it's unsettling to even wonder how far we are away from the possibility of not even being able to distinguish between what's real and what's fake. I found one of these bot channels and clicked on one of their Christmas songs with what sounded like a human voice singing about things you do on Christmas.
Let's do that thing we said we'd do. Let's go to that place we said we'd go. Let's read together, let's learn a song. Let's watch a movie and cuddle up. Let's make a craft, let's decorate. Let's have a dance party in the middle of the day.
But even that made me paranoid because the subject matter of the song sounded a little too descriptive and ordinary and gave off the vibe of a robot trying to pass itself off as a human. We'll blink every 7 to 15 seconds and we'll always do our taxes at the end of the year. And we'll wake up every morning at the start of each day and we'll have a couple kids and we'll give them each names and we'll... So make of this video what you will. I hope I could have at least somewhat demonstrated what bots are capable of. Sure, right now we can laugh at how obvious they are at poorly mimicking the behavior of humans, but for how much longer? If you did enjoy this video, consider subscribing, commenting, and giving me one of those likes the kids are always raving about. Thanks for watching. We'll blink every 7 to 15 seconds and we'll always do our taxes at the end of the year. And we'll wake up every morning at the start of each day and we'll have a couple kids and we'll give them each names. And we'll always wear clothes when we go outside and we'll avoid situations where we won't stay dry. And we'll eat a couple meals so we don't end up dying. And we'll wear a thick coat when it gets cold outside. And we'll never feel emotions and we won't get caught crying. And we'll surround ourselves with four walls and stay inside. And when someone looks sad, we'll ask what's on their mind. And we'll yawn a couple yawns when we start feeling tired. And we'll seek our peers' approval when we want to feel admired. And we'll do the things that other humans do. We will talk about the weather and we'll never act rude. And we'll make lewd comments about girls who are nude. And we're having dinner, we'll use forks and spoons. And we'll variate emotions, all depend on our moods.